What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're gonna analyze Pyrin. Full disclosure, this is just gonna be an overview. I'm gonna give you my honest and unbiased opinion. I haven't bought this, so I have no interest in pumping this project or whatever. I'm just giving you a straight review of what I see in front of my eyes, and I'm gonna tell you if I think that I would consider this for buying at some point or not. Pyrin is a decentralized Kaspa fork. Now, there's usually a very bad reputation surrounding forks. Usually, forks are seen as copies of the original thing and for the worse. Imagine taking a Rolex and changing original pieces and making it essentially a knockoff. That's pretty much the same exact concept in crypto. However, I'm gonna tell you why I actually think that this could have potential in some sort of ways. First of all, we can see that the graph looks quite juicy. Like, it actually pumped a lot, like a lot. I think that we went from a low of 2 cents to 20 cents. So this pretty much did a 10x from the start. And it's nothing short of impressive, especially considering that the token has been around for less than 1 month. So this happened in a very short span of time. Also, the market cap is 35 million. I know, you shouldn't probably compare it to Kaspa because this is just like a breadcrumb of what Kaspa is. Like Kaspa, even right now with all the drop in price, is 3 billion in market cap. This is 35 million. However, I gotta say that the volume is really high, 6 million, which accounts for 17% of the volume to market cap ratio. That is actually quite big, and I like that the total supply is 1 billion. Does it make sense to buy something that is achieving a new all-time high, and it's literally all-time high? I haven't had a proper correction since the moment that it started pumping? No, it doesn't make sense. Don't be the kind of guy that buys the top and then sells the bottom and complains and become an emotional investor. I have plenty of videos of mindset, and this is something that I preach on my private community. This is not the time to buy, even if it's the best project on earth, and something that you guys need to be aware of, especially if you're crypto beginners. So when it comes to the exchange listing situation, it's also very early. Like, it's on TradeAuger, XG, I don't know how to call this, and X.com, which are cheap exchanges, and then Maxi. So I would assume, yeah, in fact, most of the volume is coming from Maxi, 95%. It's good. There is some Maxi. And let's actually talk about the tech. What is the selling point of this project? The selling point is that it's a ghost tag. It takes the ghost tag of Kaspa. And if you guys don't know the difference between a block tag and a blockchain, like, this image actually sums it up quite well. A blockchain is just a series of blocks on this network, you know, one after the other, whereas a block tag, you should see it as a web in which transactions occur simultaneously and as a result much faster. This is the technology behind Kaspa. That being said, Pyrin takes exactly the same tech of Kaspa, but emphasizes the implementation of smart contracts. Is Kaspa having smart contract at the moment? No. Does Kaspa have smart contract at the moment? No, they don't. And if anything, it's one of the smallest priorities, in my opinion. Even the founder, Jonathan Sampoliski, said that he's going to implement that as the cherry on top of the cake. Kaspa is actually a digital currency first, and the implementation of smart contract is something that it's possibly going to happen maybe in 1 or 2 years, but it's not even necessarily going to happen until until the Kaspa team actually perfection what the model of Kaspa is as a digital currency to use on a day-to-day basis among businesses and people alike. So the fact that this implements smart contracts in the near future is actually something interesting. And I think that the first pump right here, from what I was able to research, I saw some tweets, and it seems like the actual pumps that we're seeing right here were actually rumors about the implementation of the smart contract technologies for Pyrin. So very bullish things, and if they're able to just put smart contracts immediately and before the halving, this is actually gonna pump a lot, especially when Kaspa surpasses the long-awaited 20-cent mark. So the website, I don't really like it, but again, this is not the most important thing when analyzing a project. They don't really have a white paper, which I'm quite surprised. I don't know why they don't have it, but the only real documentation is the ghost tag paper, but this is essentially the same stuff of Kaspa, so nothing to see here really. 1.2 second average transaction time. It's fast, but it's not like the fastest thing that I've ever seen, especially with other techs like Tectum or a Lithium, etc., etc. Pyrin uses a ghost tag technology, high-speed network, decentralization. This actually claims to be more decentralized than Kaspa. Does this make sense? To me, not really, because Kaspa is already a super decentralized project, so I'm not sure why they would emphasize that they are decentralized, because Kaspa is decentralized itself, so of course it wouldn't make sense if they were centralized. The cost for transaction is absolutely minimal, which of course definitely a selling point. And in terms of security, of course, this uses the gold stack consensus, the same stuff that we can see in Kaspa. So, of course, it guarantees to be completely secure. Okay, I'm not going to focus on this Blake cryptographic hash. I honestly have no idea what this is. And in terms of proof of work, I mean, we already know about this just because of Kaspa. But let's focus on this. Smart contracts enhanced by GhostStack. Revolutionizing decentralized applications. Contracts will operate on the Pyrin network. And among all the things that they're going to touch, real estate, real-world assets, NFT, gaming, lending, tokenizations of real-world assets, supply chain, a lot of things. If they're actually able to bring all these things while Kaspa just focuses on being a digital currency, this project can actually be huge. And for the fact that this is only 30 million in market cap, 35 million, wow, if this actually takes off, it really takes off. They also have a web hot wallet. I haven't had the chance to try it. Who gives? To this point, you already know you should bring your crypto to cold storage. I recommend Tangem. This is where I store 99% of my crypto. It's only $49 with my discount. Automatic applied once you click on the link down in the description. Cipro will give you 10% off. And unfortunately, you can't store Pyrin. Yeah, I know. But hopefully, if this actually becomes a successful project, Tangem is going to implement it ASAP. When it comes to the tokenomics, I haven't seen anything weird. It actually looks very similar to the one of Kaspa. The circulating supply seems to be 17% at the time of me filming this video. Also very interesting, they have a halving cycle that is gonna, of course, halve the mining rewards for the miners. And that happens every single year. I think this is actually very similar to the one of Kaspa. And I can actually see that the emission of tokens is very, very similar to the one of Kaspa itself. Roadmap, let's actually take a look at this. I don't think I've looked at this before. So web wallet already released, tier 1 centralized exchange in Q4 23. Doesn't seem to me that they did it. I don't consider Maxi or X.com tier 1 centralized exchanges by any means. Stratum Bridge, I think this is out, but don't quote me on that. And in terms of expanding team, I can't really comment on that. White paper, okay, so it seems that the white paper is going to be published by the end of Q1. Further centralized exchanges, this is actually going to be a catalyst for pumping the price, but I can't really see anything. Smart contracts coming in Q2. This is big. And by the way, Q2 starts in 10 days from now. So it's actually a big deal if they're able to bring smart contracts this early. If they're actually able to bring them around the halving time, this has so much potential. It seems like they're hiring people for marketing. So, I mean, they really haven't started the marketing campaigns by any means. There's just a few posts, but again, it's not like they're trying too hard. What's the following? Only 11k followers on X. That is actually very little. So rest assured that you're definitely early to this project, even if you're finding out today after the pump that is had in the past couple of weeks. They only really have Maxi and X.com, so there's no tier 1 centralized exchanges really. So if they're actually able to bring Qcoin, Bybit to start with, before of course the big like Binance or whatever, yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. I've also heard rumors that there's Kaspa marketing people behind Pyrin, or they're actually gonna be involved in Pyrin. I have no idea of verifying those rumors, and it might just be just random bullshit that I've heard on X, to be honest. Nothing crazy revolutionary that I can see right here, other than the implementation of smart contracts. But it seems like they're already running behind in terms of timeline. They were supposed to list a tier 1 exchange. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, so to conclude this video, how do I feel about this project? So, I was a bit hesitant at first, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, because I've already seen 4 or 5 forks of Kaspa. And usually, you know, you can't really beat the original thing. So forks take a bad reputation for a reason, because it's just like modifications to just tweak some things, and usually they just either rug or have no real, you know, actual use case, you know, just being a grandson of the granddaddy who is the original project. But in this case, if they're actually able to deliver, to create very effective marketing and to implement smart contracts around the halving time and to create a lot of buzz around it, this is going to be more than a fad that for now I can see just a fad that is being pumped out of the rumor of smart contracts. I actually want to see the smart contracts actually in place. I want to see companies and projects build on this project, and then I'm going to be able to reevaluate. So for now, do you want to take a gamble? By all means. I mean, no financial advice, I have to say it all the time, but you could take a gamble. You're still early, even after this pump. But even if you want to be that early to this project, I wouldn't buy right now. It just pumped too much. I would at least want it to correct another 30 to 40% before I was to consider any entry, if any. Final reminder that I don't hold this project and I'm not planning to buy at any time soon unless we have like a big correction and I research the project a little further. Also, I can't really find information about the team, which, yeah, super decentralized, bro. I can't even tell who they are. But anyway, that's a story for another video. I'll let you be the judge and draw your own conclusions. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about this. I hope that you took some value out of this video. And I'm going to remind you, of course, that the best place to be is my private community. It's not just buy and sell signals. It's the best community in crypto with a ton of daily alpha that is going to make you a better investor and actually create generational wealth this bull run with me. All the benefits are listed in the screen right now. Hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.